letters to the newspapers and repeating his lines, and it's just sort of sad. But and I know that a lot of other talk radio hosts are picking up his line too.
Yeah, and it was something I thought about when Rush Limbaugh called Sandra Fluke a slut, or any other man that says that about her or any other female is, she, if you're gonna say that, well, she was having sex with someone. Most likely it was a male.
Yeah.
So, like, where do they get off calling
That's
females
always,
sluts?
that's always been the double standard.
And we should really, grow up, stop the name calling.
I know that's always been the double, and there's always been a sexual double standard. And if you point it out to guys, they just they want to turn they want to turn a blind eye to that one. They don't want to hear that one.
Yes, they need to hear it because
yeah, but they don't want to hear that. But yeah, I'm really glad that the movement will still be around. And it's sort of sad though that there's a need for the movement.
It is kind of sad. I think these movements come along at critical points in history.
Yeah.
Like I said, it takes some, the first women's movement was because, women couldn't vote. And the next one in the 60s was actually over contraception. And, this one's kind of an accumulation of all sorts of crazy crap.
Right. You never know, and you just never know what these guys have in mind next.
No, and it's getting more crazy and scarier and more disturbing and more obscene. So
because these guys, this is the same crowd who are attacking voting rights. You never know what they have in mind next or what is on their agenda.
Yeah, and there's groups out there that have made it their sole mission. There's actually a college, like an evangelical college out in Colorado, that all their funding, their sole mission, the reason for their existence is to overturn Roe versus Wade.
A college?
It's an actual college. I don't have the name of it with me, but it's in Colorado. And there's actually a documentary called Unborn in the USA that touches on this. Yeah, and it goes into these PACs and super PACs and political action groups and stuff and evangelical groups that their sole purpose for existing is to get Roe versus Wade overturned. And that's kind of my theory is maybe they're coming up with all this crazy stuff in the state governments to push it to the Supreme Court, I guess, because if they push it there, then maybe there's the off chance that it would get overturned. But,
do you know what Christian Reconstructionism is?
No, is that like the Dominism?
Dominion theory? Yeah, it is. Dominion. It's kind of like people who believe we should go back to an Old Testament type world.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a funny story. There was a guy who, back when people used to believe in Y2K, those are innocent days. When people used to believe in Y2K, there was a guy who got some Y2Kers and Christian Reconstructionists to move to Northwest Arkansas, around West Fork. And they were going to wait for all the computers to die. And they were going to establish a Christian Reconstructionist colony around West Fork.
Oh, nice.
West Fork really dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy wrote quite frequently about the need for stoning and disciplining people, and yeah, it's a pretty.
That's scary.
But you know what? These are the same people who get hysterical about Sharia law.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
exactly. That's why I made the comment earlier about. It's the evangelicals, some of the extremists, and I'm not talking about real Christians, the ones who don't judge, and I have tons of Christian friends and family. I'm talking about the extremists, which are very, very similar to the Taliban.
Christians were at the forefront of the civil rights movement.
Right.
We should never forget that.
Right.
And
Martin Luther King Jr. It's.
Right, but there are people who give any kind of religion a bad name.
Right.
And what these people are doing is just.
And it's important to distinguish, the extremists, and I believe that the same with Islam. There's good Islam, and then there's the extremists. There's good Christians, and there's the extremists, and you have that anywhere. You even have it with atheists. There's mellow-headed atheists.
Then you get the proselytizers.
There's the militant ones, So
and then you get the war. Then you've got the war with the guys with the bad haircuts who are trying to just who have this fantasy world where women are, I guess, demure and know their place.
And I think Michelle Bachmann, that was asked of her. Is she going to be submissive to her husband in one of the debates? And she gave some crackpot answer.
Yeah. Which was actually almost every answer she gave was
Yeah, that's
crackpot.
true.
Yeah. But I think her husband told her to go into what tax law or something. You know,
Yeah.
That's a husband who loves you. Tells you to go into tax law.
Yeah.
I found your bliss, baby. Go into tax law. Oh well, it's a strange family, but I'm really glad that this is around, and I wish you all the best. And I'm just sorry that this all has to happen.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for having me on and letting me talk about these issues, because people need to know what's going on, and women and men out there, we need everyone to stand up, speak up.
It's my pleasure.
So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for being on the show.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.